Hey all, welcome to another fushpigaming video. It's just going to be a short video. Just want to show you guys about this ability queuing. Normally in these games you would just wait till the global cooldown is done. As I'm doing here, I'm casting Vile Spores. I'm waiting for it to finish casting before I press the button again. But this game's actually got something quite nice in it that allows you to queue up one ability. To enable this, all you do is just press escape to bring up your game menu. Just hit settings, interface, miscellaneous. And under here, ability queue, just change it to full. Click OK. And what they'll do now is if you look down at my bar, I'll press 1 and 1 again, and it actually queues it up so I don't actually have to press it at a certain time. I can just say, okay, I want to cast 1 and I want to cast 2 right after it. Automatically, after it finishes casting, it starts doing the other one. So it's really good in the way of, suppose if you've got any latency problems or anything, you'll actually just cast the ability as soon as it possibly can. Now, so another thing I want to talk about is my class tree I've actually got. I'm a mage, and I picked the Crowlomancer, I think that's how you pronounce that, which is a very interesting healer. You do have the normal heal, which is just one single target heal. You also got the standard AoE heal, but what's interesting about this class is you actually cause the majority of your healing with dealing damage. So if I were to, like, my number 4 ability, which is Radiant Spores, it's pretty cheap, 18 mana. It surrounds the enemy with psychotropic spores for 16 seconds, giving any allies who damage the affected enemy a 15% chance to heal themselves for the 100% of damage they deal. So I just placed it on the mobs then, and as you can see, all of them have spores around their head. So if Mark was to hit any of them, he has a 15% chance to heal himself for 100% of the damage he causes. And another ability I got that does the healing based on the damage I do is this one called Livegiving Veil. It basically just says heal up to 10 allies within 15 meters for 60% of the damage done. So it's a 1 hour buff I put on myself. Now, something that directly gets affected by this is another ability called Synthesis, and you place this on a target. So if I target Big Shot, cast on him, basically it means that anything that gets healed by my Life-Giving Veil, it increases the healing on that target by 150%. So you can see here I just tasked one ability, 71 damage, and it heals Big Chop for 104. Actually 75, and that heals for 112. 73 and 107. So it's a very interesting take on a healing class. Like, it's so not boring just sitting back and going Z, 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 Z. You pretty much just actually in the combat to account with the healing. So I actually don't know if people would possibly like this type of healing mechanic, but I am definitely enjoying it. I'm not going to lie about that. So I don't know if Mark has anything to add to this video.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm tanking here, guys, and I mean, if I've got an ability and those spores on like three plus mobs, let's just say, and I've got a cleave ability, the damage I do to those mobs, I'm doing it to 3 mobs. I'm actually getting healed for 100% of the damage I've done, and that would be to all 3 mobs. So, I mean, if you consider it this way, I mean, if I'm hitting everyone for, let's just say, 50, and I hit 3 mobs, I'm actually getting healed for 150. I mean, it's pretty sweet, but I suppose it's got to accommodate for the possible damage incoming. And I mean, if you've got 3 mobs attacking you, and then you hit 3 mobs, I mean, I suppose it's meant to accommodate for that. Now, another thing Anthony did say is he's enjoying that healing role. Just to keep in mind, guys, I mean, he's actually a mage, so he's not meant to be an outright healer, but it's a class. It's a soul that they've added to the mage to make it so you could add a bit of utility to your group. And I mean, I think it's pretty awesome because you don't have to have all your mages sitting at the back DPSing. If you're in a high DPS fight and you need someone to to fill a sub role or a utility role, you've got maybe 4 or 5 raid group who will be able to switch out. Hopefully, if they've learnt that talent tree. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. I'm pretty impressed with the way the mage, well, you've set your mage up. I mean, it's definitely great utility for us leveling.
Yeah, and the ability also got here, I forgot to mention, is Nature's Touch. Just to show again, basically blast enemy with damaging 58 to 62 life damage. If the mage is affected by the Life-Giving Veil, an ally within 20 meters of the caster with their Synthesis buff is healed by 100% of the damage dealt. So it's just another one of those things where you get healing from damaging, so it's just not a boring sitting back. So I damaged him for 134 and 334 healing went to Mark. So I'm really liking this build of class, and yeah, it's a lot better than what it was in World of Warcraft with the healing classes where you just have to sit back, just dance around for a bit, where you're actually getting actively involved in the fights. Really like it. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Hope to have more videos up a bit later, but please subscribe if you like these videos, and talk to you next time.